Hi, this is Chang-Gyles, owner of Luxury Niagara Homes at RE/MAX Niagara. Today we're going to be discussing the rents in Canada and how much they have increased. But before we get into that, if you like this video or want to see more videos like this, please click the link below and subscribe. Or if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Niagara region, or you just have questions about real estate, my email is Tanesse@luxuryniagarahomes.com. So without further ado, let's get into some great information regarding rent increases in Canada. Average asking rents in Canada increased by 1.8% monthly and 9.6% annually to reach another record high of $2,117 in August. While the annual rate of inflation for asking rents was lower than the 12% increase recorded a year ago in August of 2022, it represented a 4-month high. Asking rents are up by more than $100 over the past 3 months. Over the last 3 months period between May and August, asking rents in Canada has increased by 5.1% or by an average of $103 per month. Approximately 70% of home purchases, down from 72% prior to the first interest rate hike in March. Despite rental apartment completions in Canada over the past 12 months reaching their highest level since the 1970s, rent growth has remained exceptionally strong. This can be attributed to the country's record high population growth and sharp decline in home ownership affordability. Studios see strongest month-over-month rent increase. Asking rents for purpose-built and condominium apartments average a record high of $2,046 in August, increasing 1.9% month-over-month and 12.8% year-over-year. Studios recorded the fastest month-over-month rent increase of 2.4% to reach an average of $1,480 a month. One bedrooms had the fastest year-over-year growth in asking rents at 14.8%, averaging $1,880 per month. 2 bedrooms asking rents averaged $2,233, and 3 bedrooms asking rents averaged $2,448, increasing by 12.3% and 10.6% year-over-year respectively. Alberta still on top for rent growth in Canada. For the 4th consecutive month, Alberta was the provincial leader for annual rent growth for purpose-built and condominium apartments, with average asking rents up to 15.6% year-over-year to $1,634. Alberta's rents also grew the fastest month-over-month at a 3.5% in August. For the 3rd consecutive month, Quebec had the 2nd highest annual rent growth in Canada at 14.2%, with the average rents for purpose-built and condominium apartments reaching $1,932. In BC, where average asking rents of $2,675 were $1,041 higher than in Alberta, annual rent growth was 10.8% in August, rising from its 9.8% annual pace in July. Ontario's average asking rents of $2,496 were $565 higher than in Quebec, posting an annual increase of 9.9% in August compared to the annual growth of 9.0% in July. Rent increases were below average in Toronto and Vancouver. Montreal followed closely behind with annual growth of 60.4%, with asking rents suppressing $2,000 for the first time. The most expensive of Canada's largest cities in Toronto and Vancouver posted below average annual rent increases of 8.7% and 7.3% respectively, reaching average monthly costs of $2,898 in Toronto and $3,316 in Vancouver. Of note, average rents in Vancouver decreased by 0.7% on a monthly basis. Month-over-month rent growth was strongest among Canada's largest cities in Ottawa by 4.5% and Edmonton 4.1%, where average asking rents for purpose-built and condominium rentals averaged $2,226 and $1,438 respectively. Expensive mid-sized markets had fastest rent growth. Some of Canada's most expensive mid-sized markets and among the fastest rising rents during August. Richmond, BC has the highest annual growth and average asking rents for purpose-built and condominium apartments at 28.1% in August, with raised costs to $3,120, third highest among Canada's mid-sized markets. Oakville, Ontario, rents were up 23.1% annually to $3,007, fourth highest in Canada, while rent in Burnaby, BC increased by 21.1% year over year to $3,152. Second highest in Canada, North Vancouver, BC has the highest average asking rents for purpose-to-build condominium apartments among Canada's mid-sized markets at $3,541, posting an annual increase of 17%. Annual increases for purpose-built and condominium apartments asking rents were also strong in somewhat less expensive mid-sized markets, including Brampton, Ontario, at 21.6% to an average of $2,713. New Westminster, BC, is at 17.8% to an average of $2,511. Cody St. Luc, Quebec, is at 16.4% to $2,271. In Alberta, asking rents in mid-sized markets grew the fastest in Grand Prairie and Lethbridge, both at a 9.3% to an average of $1,169 and $1,276 respectively. In Saskatchewan and Manitoba, annual growth in asking rents for purpose-built and condominium apartments was strongest in Regina at 10.9% and Winnipeg at 8.3%, reaching averages of $1,199 and $1,465 respectively. Rents for shared accommodations continue to rise quickly. Ongoing tracking of asking rents for shared roommate accommodations in Canada revealed continued upward pressure during August. In Quebec, average asking rents for shared units rose 24% annually to $888 per month. This was followed by 20.5% annual growth in Alberta to an average of $851. In BC, average asking rents for shared accommodations increased to 17.7% annually to $1,150 per month, while roommate rents in Ontario grew by more moderate annual pace of 7.5% to an average of $1,040. The highest average asking rent for roommate rentals in Canada was in Vancouver at $1,773 per month. That's a bit crazy if you ask me. Followed by Toronto at an average of $1,302. This is to share a room with someone. That is really high. Rents have gone up drastically in Ontario and also our other provinces, and we're leading towards the issue of the housing affordability issue within Canada currently right now, which is also an issue because of all the interest rate hikes. So share your comments and your opinions in the comment section below. This is Tanesse with Luxury Niagara Homes. Bye for now.